Hey everybody, and welcome back to Omni Griffin Plays FTL. Last game we had some really nice success with the NG ship, and I'm thinking about what ship we're going to do this time, and I want to do one of the ships that we haven't won with yet, and that basically leaves the Lanius, the Mantis, and the Stealth Cruiser. And I'm thinking the Mantis, because if we beat it with the Mantis, we'll get the Slug Cruiser. So this whole shtick is going to be, we've got a teleporter to start with, which is pretty awesome. And teleporting and killing your enemies basically gives you a crap ton of scrap. It's really nice. The downside is we don't have any sensors. We actually don't, if you look. But that's not always that bad. We're going to be teleporting in anyway. I guess, it's one of those things where we could have misjudged what was on the other ship. But we will be able to buy them later on during the run if we come across a store that's selling them, which isn't that uncommon. And then, though I imagine it wouldn't be that uncommon. From what I hear, it's not that uncommon. But also, our weapons, we've only got 1 power in our weapons, and it's going to cost us 40 to get the second one, which is really steep. And each one of these costs 1 power, which means we can only power 1 at a time. The achievements we're going for layout B is to kill the crew of 20 ships by Sector 6, and that's basically going to be my plan anyway. 5 enemy crew in a fight without taking hull damage or losing a crew member. That'll be interesting. Battle Royale. While using the Mantis Cruiser, kill the last enemy with your last crew member on their ship. So I don't know if that means I have to have 1 crew member and they have to have 1 crew member. I guess we'll find out. I'll try and set some stuff up where that becomes an option. So this is a complete dead end. Do not want to go there. That's actually unfortunate. Alright, so they've got a missile. I don't like that. So let's start the power on the small bomb. Actually, I kind of messed up. We'll have Vincent, and will be our boarders. Markle will be our pilot, and Lysandra will be our engineer. Everybody moves. We will save these spots, and we will start the teleport and start into the weapons room. We'll find out exactly how many crew members they have, which is 2. Because honestly, I'd start sending everybody. So our oxygen is down. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to send a repairman over there. Now, do I think we can kill them before we take too much more damage? Yes, because this should be the last guy. And indeed it is, so there are no more remaining life signs. 27 scrap, not bad. Let's pull our guys back. You go back to the engine room. We've got our med bay healing everybody up. Once they are done healing, we'll send everybody back to the right locations. There we go. And we continue on. Now, I'd like to actually go to the nebulas, believe it or not. As crazy suicidal as that might be, it means we get more jumps in, and we start with a good amount of fuel, so I don't really mind. Let's investigate. We'll try and communicate peacefully with these creatures. Oh wow, and we find an NG. That is very nice. We will go put you in the weapons room. That way you can help us fire faster. And we're just going to jump straight into this nebula. I'm a little crazy like that. And it's going to hurt because... Actually, quickly run into the doors. Oh man. So you get into there. And we're just going to... Now we're not going to get any benefit from this, and we might actually lose hull damage. We're going to empty these. If they run in here, we'll just send these guys out and open these doors. They're going to try and keep coming. And I think we'll just fight them in here. They'll be decently damaged. Close all doors. Looks like they're still trying to come in through the other way. Yeah, they are. Oh, and they're all dead. So, Marco and Lysandra, why don't you guys go ahead and heal up real fast. And everybody return to where you belong. Let's feel we're going to take some damage by walking through those. 4 damage. I'm not too concerned about that. If that's the make or break for Mark, fine. I'll be paranoid. I'll be just a little bit paranoid. We actually have to put 1 power into the engines to be able to jump. can do a little roundabout loop here, hit all the nebula places. Fuel for 5 missiles. I'm not actually interested in that. It might be interesting, but all in all, I'd rather not. We're going to attack this ship. It does not have... So, it doesn't have... Oh, let's get our power back into our systems. We absolutely cannot send anybody over. We absolutely can't. The time for the teleporter will be too short. You need to get out of that room. Let's get into our weapons. We did take a little bit of damage there from the beam, but luckily our NG is sitting there and is going to be able to take care of it. And because they missed there, they are not going to be able to do anything. With just a beam, we will laugh at their petty struggles. Now, I need to work on getting some defensive stats on my Mantis ship. I'd like to get shields. The first bar, the second bar, the first new bar will cost us 90 scrap, which we can do right now. But there's so much that I really want to improve on this ship, and we just can't get away with it. We just can't at this point. And that's just because we need a lot of scrap. We need a lot of scrap and we need it fast, because this ship has a lot of flaws. If we can't board their ship, we are in some trouble. But we got an anti-personnel drone, which we don't really care about. But it's something to sell. So we're going to jump to this beacon, because we can jump back into the nebula with it. We'll listen to their offer. Alright, so they want us to scare them and not blow them up. So we're actually going to put in a smart bomb here. If I want to actually do this... Where are they? I'm trying to see which door is flashing red, but I just don't see it. That's okay, I wasn't planning on teleporting over anyway. Okay, they were attacking the oxygen. That's actually rather unfortunate. But my goal here is to scare them, so scare them I will. At some point they'll have to surrender. And we're just going to try and keep ourselves safe while they do that. There's no oxygen in that room. I don't know what they're planning, but I'm going to start sparing them. Now they really can't hurt us. Alright, so they've been called back, so we didn't actually kill anybody. Can you guys repair that fast enough? I don't know if you can, but it needs to be done. Oh, well, fine. They repaired their shields. I was trying not to do this in an obnoxious way, but is that oxygen going to get fixed in time? The answer is yes, and just barely. You guys are troopers. Now guys, I'm trying to not hurt you, but you're making this real friggin' hard. Like really, I'm not appreciative of your shenanigans. I'm gonna take a power out, put it in the medbay. I don't want a random beam to do bad things. Our shields have been damaged. That's really, really bad. I think they died, but this is going to hurt us a lot. We've been hit. I'm just gonna keep pecking away at them. They better friggin' surrender. They've repaired the shields again. I've reached the point where I'm stopped caring. I've taken so much damage from these assholes. Stop engineering. Like, I'm going to kill them with the next small bomb shot. I guess small bomb doesn't actually damage components. I forgot about that, but it doesn't damage the hull, just damages components. I'm about to just jump over there and give them what for. I'm trying to be nice. Okay, let them live. We get a heavy laser Mark II. That's really nice, because that'll give us 2 shots. We still need to upgrade our weapons for it, and I am most certainly displeased with them. They're lucky I didn't murder them all. Because I really wanted to after that. Man, there's nothing here, and that's really irking me because we need scrap and we need it now. Okay, well, we actually didn't have to end up fighting it, which is okay, I guess. We know that's an asteroid field. Okay, so I haven't seen a store. So I'm putting up a second bar of shields. And we're going to the asteroid field. We're going to turn and fight. They have enough to get through both our shields. That's really unfortunate. So, 2 weapons. Well, this is a fight that I'm not going to win. I need to wait for an asteroid to hit their shield. Jeez. This is a brutal fight. I'm just gonna have to keep running my guys in circles. Alright, we've got that back. Unfortunately, I stopped paying attention to when they were getting hit by asteroids, which is now. So, dang it, I missed. They do not have a medbay. Luckily, they missed there. Dang it, I missed there too. I really would like to hit weapons at least once. Take out one of those, which means that I will be safe. Darn it. Dang it, that hit us. They keep dodging, I can't. I need to fight and kill. Okay, we took out one of their guns. Oh my gosh. That was like an equal trade. And they breached. Oh my gosh, this is really, really bad for us right now. And it's really, really bad because if we don't get that... Oh. Okay, well, overall that ended up okay. I thought they had one more person. There are no more remaining life signs on the ship. You strip it of useful material. Alright, so we're still paused, so... You guys fix the crap out of that, please. We're gonna be okay since they're not firing anything at us. Get into the med bay, please, and let's recall you guys. I was definitely worried there because we managed to take out one of their weapons and they managed to take out one of our bars of shield. So if anything had proceeded further, we would have ended up with the problem of, well, basically we ended up in the same spot. They had 2 shots to take down both our layers of shields. So overall, I'm actually okay with the way that went. We've taken a lot of damage, but honestly, that's kind of to be expected with this ship. So, all right, and they've got an ion, so we should actually be 100% okay. I'm just sending those guys in there. Yeah, it's gonna be a Mantis fight. So we're probably gonna have to run away. But presuming that our shields can recover fast enough. They do not have a medbay. Alright, we can call them back. At that point, I'm so busy playing the runaround game that I don't watch. I don't have the time to look over here and check. But that ion cannot fire fast enough to let their beam successfully rake our ship, which means that we are just going to keep sending our crew back until they no longer can fight us and win. I think we did actually manage to kill one of their mantises before we left. So we get another mantis. That's actually pretty sweet, to be honest. Another crew member means we've got somebody to put on shields, which means our shields will recover just a little bit faster. And we don't have sensors yet, But we do have doors, so we could still put somebody indoors, and that would be useful. I know this NG's been running into doors as we've been getting boarded, which has been pretty much invaluable. Or he will. It will be invaluable. So we just find stuff. We are going to Nebulas no matter what. So Nebula it will be. And in fact, depending on what's initially right here, I might just upgrade some of my power. Because I don't see a store. I'm giving us 3 bars of power that we don't need. And the reason for that is so that if we have to use half our power in a plasma storm, it will still be okay. And we're going to want it eventually anyways. So why not? So we prepare to fight. We are going to need our 2 bars of shields. So what do? The thing that makes sense. We are now going to always be hit, but we're going to be okay, so it doesn't really matter. So in the grand scheme of things, we're going to have to start with a small bomb. We don't have much choice. We're going to have to put it on shields. And then we're just going to switch to the basic laser. Alright, so we started a fire, but it's an empty ship, so it doesn't really matter. But I am going to fire. It looks like they have 3 bars of shields, actually. Like, they have 3 levels, so they can soak a little bit of damage with it. And we missed, so we might actually have to use another small bomb, depending on how fast that gets repaired, which will probably be faster than I'd like. Actually not, which is pretty sweet. So I'm actually gonna aim at piloting next. And the reason for that is rather simple, actually. It means that if I succeed, which I have, they will basically not be able to dodge anything that I throw at them. Which basically just means that I can keep throwing it at shields, make sure that shields never gets repaired. And in fact, I will go so far as to auto-fire it. Because if I were them, that's what I'd be trying to repair, shields. But as they're an automated ship and only have AI to do it, we will just slowly chip them down while their weapons futilely glance on us. Which is actually giving us some benefit. Look at how fast Caldwell is learning to increase his shields. I think even our piloting crew is gaining... Actually, they're not, because we haven't been dodging anything. Which is unfortunate, but I think it's a sacrifice that we kind of had to make. They did repair their piloting, so we have missed once or twice. But in the grand scheme of things, unless they manage to repair the shields in time, we will still defeat them. 24 scrap ain't bad, but we now do have to power our engines. I'm going to keep jumping here through the nebula. We're going to try and collect as much scrap as we can. Because though we do not have a plasma storm, but once again, our 2 shields will keep us 100% safe. Which just means that I'm going to warp my guys in. They're going to have to deal with... Well, actually, we will probably win this fight because this is an NG, not a Mantis. And actually, our Mantis, Ekman, and Swamps. No, that's not right. You. I feel like these are their only 2 crew members. And in fact, they are. So we actually managed to pull an ion bomb off the carcass of their ship, which is fine with me. It's probably not something I'm going to use, but it's something that I can sell. And I think that's the more important thing right now. And actually, I don't believe I have saved our new crew member's location. So why don't we do that? Save our positions. There's a store there. I'm very tempted. I'm probably going to just run some circles and maybe get back to it. We're going to attack the ship. They have a missile launcher. That makes me a bit unnerved. I think I'm going to start charging a small bomb here. They don't have any form of healing. So what I'm probably going to do is wait for that small bomb. Hope that missile misses. And it hit our teleporter. Alright, so we've taken out both their weapons. We do need to get that teleporter fixed, though, because those guys are going to need to come back. Luckily, we have defeated them, and it looks like we're going to win due to the double team there. Very nice. 6 fuel. which we desperately needed, and 40 scrap. And just like clockwork, everybody is back into the right spots, which is great. We're going to let these guys heal up and move them back to the teleport room so that they are ready for the next combat. They are both doing pretty well in combat. Vincent has managed to reach his first full level of skill increase, which is going to help us drastically. And because this is a nebula, we can bob and weave through it quite far. Alright, so missiles again, but they do not, luckily, have anything more, so we can just immediately target that, and in fact, we can even go so far as to auto-fire that, because for now, that's all we're going to need. That did hit engines, though, which is going to make that ion hit rather hard. And their missile is firing, that must be Alito, because it's firing stupidly fast, but it is also luckily the first thing to go down. So they're probably repairing that, which means I'm probably just going to throw it back, another one out there. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen, and that's why I was tempted to not. And that's because that's probably one power, that's probably two, and they probably had three. Darn, they barely managed to get that shot off. No, they hit the teleporter, that could be worse. Could be much worse. But we do have to keep targeting weapons, because if that missile comes up, it's going to be the first thing to come up. But they'll get a little repair skill, and we'll just send them to the medbay. We'll save some time. That should be the last shot. I know I just canceled the auto-fire. It was more out of habit, because I really don't like to auto-fire. And we have defeated them. Silly automated ship. We got 28 scrap. We'll investigate the station, but there is nothing useful there. You can see how slow the rebels are coming at us, which is great. I think I'm going to swing all the way back, hit the store, and then head for the exit. That should be enough jumps. I believe that they cannot harm us. And it looks like a similar crew makeup. Look at how hard that Mantis is going down. You go, Will. Will is losing, actually. Will started losing at the very end there, and I'm not entirely sure why. But let's recover them. He was winning very handily, and then suddenly the other Mantis just got the upper hand. Oopsie, pause. Not quite sure what that was. We've got 200 scrap, which means that we are just going to pump all our scrap into stuff right as we hit that store. We're either going to buy things or we are going to upgrade our ship. Since they're on their way back, I'm not too concerned about them being in that room in time. Their FTL is charging. So we actually are... Oh man, they've got a hack too. And they've hacked our shields. So this is really, really bad, believe it or not. I mean, it makes sense. And they're firing missiles at us. And they're going to be ionizing random stuff. So we've delayed their FTL. I'm just going to aim for weapons. I'd very much like to just shoot my basic lasers at them after hitting the shields, but I really need to take that missile launcher. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That missile launcher is going to fire at least one or two more times. At least once. Before we manage to do anything about it. And I don't know what they're going to put priority on repairing. And that's the dangerous thing. And as long as we hit there, I'm going to switch to the basic lasers. They are going for piloting, because they want to charge that FTL, so we have to target that again. Alright, so we have successfully delayed their FTL again. I'm going to get back on the missiles. Because their piloting is so low, chances are they're not going to get anything out of this. I'm going to target engines. We've damaged engines. I'm going to wait and see what improves, because I really don't want that missile to fire again. So they started improving shields. It takes them a little bit longer than a charge cycle for the basic laser, I think. So in the long run, I think we'll succeed. Their FTL, we've taken out both forms of their FTL, which is the piloting and the engines, of course. Unfortunately, their missiles back up, which means they're going to get one more shot. Hopefully they do not hit weapons. In fact, they miss entirely. So we're going to win this fight. I'm pretty sure they have a 0% dodge chance right now, and this is our last shot. We took a good chunk of damage for that. 4 or 5 for 16 scrap and a fuel. Based on pure cost effectiveness, maybe it was worth it. Alright, so there's this now. So we need both layers of shields, which we've got. Yeah, let's just do this. I like this plan. They've got 2 shots, one from this, one from that small laser, so with 2 shields we will definitely not take damage from them. So, Lana is getting low. So this is a 1v1 we can't win. Aha! Fire beam. Oh geez. Don't give me this opportunity, game. Not right now. So with a little bit of micromanaging, we managed to get out ahead. Because they were shooting at each other from opposite sides of the room, I knew that if I moved my other Mantis back in, then it would have been on the same square as the current enemy, the one fighting, which is what you want to do, because they're going to punch each other because they're in the same square. They are absolutely going to. That is how the game works. Which meant that because he had just enough health, that 2v1 that was going on right there was most certainly in our favor. Now I could do some upgrading and whatnot, but I'm going to wait until I hit the store because I've yet to see a store that ends up being hostile. Oh lordy lordy. Oh, they did it. They did it just for me. Okay, so first of all, we're going to sell the ion bomb. We're going to sell the anti-personnel drone. So basically what's going to happen here is I'm going to do what's known as, well, do I want to be Nero? Do I want to watch the world burn? Because that's basically what I'm thinking about doing here. Oh, my oxygen is turned off. Let's fix all those things that are off that should be on. And we'll go back to the store. So, if I pull a flak 2, that is 7 debris. That is basically guaranteed loss of shield. And then using the fire beam, I can set the ship on fire. And the goal is to basically kill everybody on the ship. Because fire is hard to put out, and it's difficult. I can't pass up a flak. I can't. But I actually have to do some ship upgrades if I want this to work, because that is a 3. We're going to be running flak, fire, and I guess smart bomb. Small bomb. Smart bomb is, I almost say smart bomb pretty much every time. Because I think I want it to be smart. That's expensive. I know I want to do that. It's going to cost me, I'm going to have to be at 5, which is going to be that. So I can do this. This is totally doable. And I can technically teleport people as well. So the question is, do I sell those? I think the answer is yes. I keep hitting ship instead of store. So I'm going to sell this and this. I don't need fuel. I could buy sensors. I actually do need to buy sensors. And the reason I need to buy sensors is because when you're doing this fire strategy, you actually do kind of sort of need to be able to see the enemy. You need to know where your fire beam is going to do the most damage. We're going to attack the pirate. So we can do some silly stuff, and we can actually teleport our mantises in to begin with. And flak at the shields and, like, set this aflame. Basically, we're going to give them stuff to do, give them things that are going to damage them that hit nothing. So they've still got a pilot, it looks like. And it's a Zoltan. Oh, that's really dangerous. Alright, you guys need to stop attacking him. Zoltans are just dangerous. So we wait for that, and then we just... So, luckily for us, let's... What are you... Someone needs to walk into sensors. I need to see how the Zoltan's doing. Oh, that's right, we're in a nebula, so it doesn't even matter. So the entire ship is basically burning right now. They don't have shields, they don't have weapons, so I don't really care what's going on inside that ship. I could send people back, but there's no way I'm doing that. It's the one downside. It is the one downside of this strategy in a nebula. You can't see, so you don't know what's going on. And this is why it's important to know what's going on. Because I don't know what he's doing right now. I have no idea. But I do know that he's got no shields. And I do know that I'm going to burn his ship. Now there are 3 systems left. Sorry, 4 systems left. Ah, see, he died trying to fix everything. Oh, he's going to surrender. Oh, no, no, no. You don't get to surrender. But each time one of these systems goes red, it does 1 hull damage. This is something that's pretty commonly known. It's not a mystery or anything like that. Oopsie, I paused. Ah, and so he dies. The ship refuses to fight, but you still detect the life signatures. Apparently there was a prisoner transport. The single survivor offers to join your crew in exchange for their freedom. Alright, so we are actually probably going to move you to somewhere useful. So that your power can be anything. How are you doing on shields, Caldwell? You're doing really well on shields. That's actually unfortunate. How about you, Shirai? You're doing decent on weapons, but not decent enough. I'd like to put you on sensors. Actually, since you're hurt, and Lysandra, you're hurt, let's do this. Get you guys healed back up. Lysandra, you are our engines. Shirai, you are our new sensors. In this nebula, we will not get to see everything that we'd like to see. We just kind of have to sit and hope. It's a damaged Federation ship, so we are going to teleport. We managed to teleport, lock onto the life signs, and teleport back. That's cool. I have no qualms with that. We are going to have some shenanigans going on here. We're going to hit a lot of beacons. We're going to chase them. So we've got a couple options here. They actually cannot kill us. They're sending 2 crew at us. They can't hurt us because all they've got is 1 shot and a beam. They have a med bay. This is going to be our downfall. We can't outdo this. We can't outdo it. This is why the burning ship is a fun strategy. It's a fun strategy because there's nothing they can do about it. We managed to basically fully set 2 rooms on fire. We really do need to hit this. The dangerous side of this is that I'm going to be firing flak at them, which, if enough hit, could outright kill them. And in fact, we probably will kill them because they've got no medbay, and this fires are raging. Because I can't see, I absolutely cannot go there, because if the fire spreads to here, and blows one up, and I don't see it, then there's nothing I can do. And I'll lose my crew, which I don't want to do because I don't have a clone bay. They're actually fixing things, so I feel like, unfortunately, I have no choice but to kill them with flak. Since I can't... I'd have to hit with only 1. There's no way I can do that. So, goodbye. It's unfortunate to have to do it that way, but sometimes you don't have a choice. I have made a mistake. I realize this now, at this exact moment, but there's nothing I can do for it. So this is a common crew just comp that we've seen in the past. Looks like 1 Mantis, 1 NG. 1 for fighting. Pegasus missile. That's definitely better than our smart bomb. But yeah, you can tell the Mantis did so much better than the NG in terms of fighting, as Vincent is barely damaged and Will took quite a decent beating, actually. He almost lost in the 1v1, but I think his extra level of improvement. So the mistake that I've made is that the exit is going to be under Rebel control, which I think will be okay, but it won't be pretty. Repugnant, screw you. Alright, so we won't be able to kill these guys with fire. We literally can't. It is impossible. They are rocks. So we're not even going to do that. You are actually going to run to the shield room. And we're going to put a second bar of shields up. They cannot harm us. We will just keep teleporting our crew over there until they are dead. Actually, they can harm us. That is a 2-shot laser. Luckily for us, though, who's gonna win? It is not worth that risk. It's basically whoever punches first. Whoever punches first gets that win. And I'm not confident that they can kill each other simultaneously. And I feel like that's what would happen. They do not have both of their weapons up. So unfortunately for them, they actually cannot harm us. And we will just immediately kill them. Don't insult us. I find you repugnant as well. But we have the stronger ship, so we're the ones who get away with it. So yes, as you can see, that's going to be a problem. A problem that I don't think I can fix. I can come close though. I can almost give us a third par of shields. Go for it. If there's an ABS, it'll suck. It's still a nebula though. Oh, I don't like that. Alright, so our oxygen's low because it was off. Okay, they've got a clone bay. If we're gonna kill them, it's not going to be by killing their crew. I'm gonna try. Basically, I have to target shields, but basically, we just want to get away. We just want to dodge that missile, which is unlikely to happen. Let's be honest. I just have to hope that that doesn't hit our weapons. It hits our engine. Okay. Honestly, I want to jump away if I have the opportunity to. I'm hoping that there's a fire in there big enough to do some real damage. Because that missile is going to do 4 damage if it hits again. And it's... oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Did we just lose our NG? Oh gosh, we did. We just lost our NG in that room. That just outright killed him. I didn't even think that was possible. You bastards. I will end you for this. At this point, it's personal. Flak 2 did all that damage. We only get the 1 fuel that we lost, so... Who's better at the engines? Who's best at the engines currently? I think, did I just... Nobody has any engine skill right now. King, go back to sensors. We need you in sensors. So we just have to jump to the next sector. We've got NG and Mantis. I'm going to NG. They'll be easier to kill, I think, by boarding. We need to get some repair. I just knew this was... Oh shit, missiles. Missiles are going to be the end of us. I hope you guys can win this fight, and fast. We are literally 1 away from death. Oh, thank you, NG crew. That might have been the most clutch thing that's happened. Honestly, I had to risk Will. I had to risk Will. I was not happy with the way that I had to risk him. I mean, yeah, it wasn't as close as it seems. But it was still close. And that was risky. But if that missile got a second shot off, it was literally down to a 20% dodge chance. Which is bad, and that is unfortunately our only... That is not... yeah, it's our only defense, and it makes me want to upgrade it. Like, that feels good to me. We've now got a 35% dodge chance. Cost us a lot, though. Yeah, we'll buy 6 fuel for 12 scrap. This quest, I believe, is what would normally be the stealth ship quest. Oh, sweet. Okay, so luckily you didn't have to man the engines for too long, Shirai. I guess Mantis and NG just go together. And we've got like one Zoltan who's just like chilling, he's like, cool, whatever, man. But still. Alright, nothing. I basically have no choice but to chain ion, okay. Alright, we can actually hit this distress signal, then the store, and then go to the one next to it. We will promise to help. Remotely repaired targeting system. We have a good chunk of scrap here, so let's see what we can buy. We're going to... They've got 2 pages. They've got a clone bay. What does the drone control come with? It comes with a system repair drone. Ugh. That's not what I was hoping for. Alright, so the Pegasus, 3 power, 2 power, 3 power. So we've got an 8 power system here that's all designed on setting things on fire. I'm okay with that, though. Do I want a clone bay? It'll let me board on silly things, but that's about it. It'll let me do silly things, is basically what it is. I will get the backup battery. Drone control is tempting, but I don't need a system repair drone. And that's the problem. I need a defense drone of some sort, because I don't have missile defense. And that is what's going to get me killed here. I'm going to repair up to 2/3. Go to my ship. I'm going to get myself almost another bar of shields. We're 1 scrap away. I'm okay with that. Oh, we've got... Oh my gosh, we've got 2 stores. Well, I guess I should have looked at the map. Uh-oh. And I say uh-oh like that because it's not really an uh-oh. Because there's a virus. A virus on their ship. And guess what that virus is going to do? It killed our engine mate, and it's going to return us an overpowered engine mate. I'm confused. Well, they have a clone bay. That was something that I should not have overlooked. I think we're gonna be okay. Those 3 ions mostly missed. We've taken it to yellow. We're just gonna do that, get a 3rd shield up. Okay, we destroyed their clone base, so we win. Yep, and as you can see, we get the virus. The sentient virus that killed our friend and is now amazing at everything. I mean, that's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, that's cool, but it's kind of a dick move, man. So, I'm actually slightly disappointed that I'm gonna hit 2 stores on the way, but it is what it is. We'll give them the requested 5 missiles. They've upgraded our reactor, which sucks. We're gonna barely make it to the exit. That's also the obnoxious thing. They have a glaive beam. Oh my gosh. Am I dumb? Am I dumb? That's the question. Well, first of all, could I do it? Because it would be flak and glaive is what I'd go for. I'd be able to sell that for 25, that for 30, that's 55. I could do it. Do I want to do it? I mean, the answer is yes, I want to do it, but the real question is, can I do it? Can I pull it off? Gotta do something crazy at least once, right? Glaive Beam's just really nice. It's gonna solve a lot of our problems for a while. Oh look, defense drone, useful things, things I can't afford. And we barely make it out. I mean, Glaive Beam... What Glaive Beam is gonna do for us is twofold. It's gonna let us... It's gonna give us a really good chance, especially with the flak, against the final ship. Against the Rebel flagship. It's gonna do a lot of good stuff for us in that regard. But it's also gonna let us do stupid shit like this. Yes, I know we had some people that were close to death. Now, the problem with the glaive beam and a boarding strategy is quite simply that the glaive beam just kills things. That is pretty much its entire plan. Kill things. Which, you know, is what we're aiming to do, but when I'm trying to kill things without me being on board, it creates more of a problem, and I forget 5 without taking any hull damage. Or losing a crew member. We're gonna go to the Zoltans. Yes, overshields could be... Overshields aren't what they are, but super shields could be a problem. That'll prevent us from teleporting in, but we are pretty darn defensive. 2 fuel for 8 scrap. Sorry, 2 missiles given to them for 8 fuel. That is a very good deal, especially because I'm not using missiles anymore. We'll participate in the study. Got 23 scrap. We got some distress signals and some stores. What am I going to get from the store? Probably nothing useful, but that's awesome. Defense Drone 2 isn't actually that good, but it's something I can sell. We just got a lot of scrap, and I'm totally okay with that. So the problem with Defense Drone Mark II is that it also shoots down lasers, and lasers suck. Hey, that's a... Damn it. Combat drone. Shooting down lasers is a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing? Because it's not useful. But it's going to be better than nothing. But hacking would also be amazing. To hack shields followed by a glaive beam and a flak would be brutal. But mind control will help us in combat on ships. And that is also useful. We're basically being asked to make a commitment to something. I don't want the combat drone, but I need the missile defense. And right now, it's not the best, but it's something, I guess. I can still afford one of these others, though. And that's pretty cool. Mind control is going to be probably one of our stronger... It's going to help us fight on ships, but we also can't attack ship. We also can't attack mind-controlled. I'm getting mind control. My logic here on this one is that mind control is... the strength of mind control is that it's flexible. If one of my crew members is being mind controlled, I can mind control them back. So like here, I'm going to mind control the Mantis. And I actually mind controlled the NG. So in the meantime, since they have 2 lasers and can't possibly hurt me, I'm just going to jump there. They do have a clone bay though, which is what I'm going to hit with my glaive beam. In fact, we're going to ignore him. Our glaive beam is about to come up, and that Mantis will actually be a problem. So we're going to jump back here. And that worked out perfectly. That worked out absolutely perfectly. I wasn't expecting to catch the NG in the crossfire there and kill him. I was hoping. I thought he was probably going to get out the door first, but in fact he did not. I think mind control is going to be more useful in the last fight, though. In the final boss fight, because if one of my guys gets mind controlled, I really want to be able to prevent them from doing more damage. Once again, we're jumping through nebulas. We've got a lot of power, so if we hit one of those cut in half things, I'm not too worried. Everybody's apparently looking at windows. Windows are interesting. This is true. This is also going to get us more jumps, more opportunities to kill ships. Okay, you spy 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of your presence. You're able to get your scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other the ammunition. So I don't want missiles, I want fuel. So, what I'm going to do here is... Oh, I can't even do that. Okay, so I'm silly. I'm going to put up 2 sets of shields. I'm going to put as much as I can there. Actually, I don't need 2. I just need 1. I'm going to give us a crude teleportation and a mind control. So we're going to teleport in. And then I'm going to mind control one of them. So we're going to absolutely wreck this guy. Hopefully wreck the clone bay. In the meantime, hopefully our dodge will be good enough. And then we'll just wait for him to switch over to our side and then kill him. Now, if I was thinking ahead a little bit, there's still a pilot, it would seem. Oh, no. Just took a second for it to recognize that we'd killed everything and they weren't being able to respawn. Sounds good. You need to get there as well. Our oxygen is low. Let us start powering it back up. Having so much reactor lets us do this. I also totally forgot that we had the backup battery. So we should remember that in the future. I should say I should remember that in the future. I forgot to save Virus in his spot. I forgot since he was basically just sort of sacrificed. Alright, now let's quick get all our stuff back up. I really should have upgraded this. I'm silly, and I'm going to pay for it as well. Let's get you guys into weapons. Let's mind control you. This is going to do some good damage. I totally forgot to power up the glaive beam, which is going to cost us... Come on, dodge chance. We're going to take it out of medbay. These might be the last 2. Ah, they barely got that missile off. Oh man, we got a slug. So, Shroy... King is our least useful, and that's kind of depressing. These are our fighters. Markel is our pilot. Try is our weapons guy. Caldwell is our shield guy. He's just kind of standing around. Or is he our new weapons guy? I don't even remember. King is the least useful. Sorry, bud. And it missed. He is our weapons guy. So, you're going to be our sensors guy, which is cool. I like sensor guys. And also our impromptu repair guy, because if we don't need to see stuff, then we don't need to see stuff. And that's fine with me. So I'm partially... So let's just do this. So that the option exists... Oh, that's right, I don't have that powered. So that the option exists, I will put up the 3rd bar. It will give us some missile defense. It will prevent us from taking extraneous damage. because at this point that's what missiles are. We've been really lucky about not getting hit in systems. Once again, oh man, I'm just dismissing our newfound guy. Sorry, dude, I don't need you. I appreciate that you would like to help and assist, but I cannot aid you. Alright, so no missiles. Cool. We've got everything we need. Let's mind control you for the lulz. And hopefully between the three of us we will. Oh, that's right, this is an ion pulse. So we lost all the stuff. We didn't lose our weapons, and that's going to be our saving grace here. Because we're running out here. So that we can... Okay. Phew. For a second I thought we had lost our weapons as well, just because so much stuff was blue. Obviously the teleportation and the mind control blue because we used them. And it is kind of annoying how they use that to depict ion damage as well as just general cooldown. But hey, it's kind of how it works, and I can accept that. It's good enough. Alright, we can jump, although we don't have our shields right now. That actually didn't hit us at all. Okay, we've got a store. That actually works out pretty perfectly, because we can safely jump there and not have to worry. And maybe we can find something awesome, like a normal defense drone 1. I'll totally take that. And maybe having both of those is really good. And in fact it would be, if we can spare 5 power. But we need power for so many things right now, that I'm going to be a little surprised if we manage to actually get away with something like that. We'll inquire about their specialty. Reactor for some scrap, that's totally worth it right now, and we've got the scrap to do it. So, NG Homeworlds, we need to get that achievement. We need to kill 20 things. We need to kill 20 ships. 20 ships crew, I should say. If I were to find a weapon pre-igniter, that would make this amazing, by the way. Like, truly amazing. It would solidify the run. Have our NG crew contact them. Your crew member syncs with the comm unit and to communicate with them directly. You offer your help and a summary of the ship's mission. They respond, our goals have analogous elements, however, not all available for disclosure. Discretion necessary. Alright, so we're getting our two quests here. And what those are going to do is we're going to go to each of them. This is the stealth ship quest. Looking for augments, reconstructive teleport. Very, very tempting. Taken. Reconstructive teleport basically means when we teleport people, they become immediately and fully healed. So we're then going to jump to this quest. If it's the right one, we won't have to worry about the other one. Their FTL is charging. So this could be really dangerous, but we're gonna mind control their pilot. If it says imminent, I'm going to have to pull my guys back. I won't have a choice, and we've already killed 2 of them. Get to the engine room. So their pilot's no longer there, which means their FTL has been delayed, which is good. Glaive beam is up. That's too risky. That's way too risky, so I'm just glaive beaming the engines. We've killed them. And if you watch this magic, we've already had this happen before, but I still find it absolutely awesome. It means that I really have some incentive to put some power here, because it will basically let us just kind of run wild. The defense drone, in my opinion, worked out really well. Mostly because it wasn't just missiles we were blocking, it was flak, and we can't block the bombs. So I need to see if I can make it over to those quests. I actually don't... I should have read that. I feel bad. I thought it was one that was not correct. Alright, so we're getting another... we're getting another NG crew. Like, okay. They have... I want to say that's 4 shots. But our evasion is pretty maxed out right now. And he might be able to do enough damage. My chances are slim. They do have a med bay though. The glaive beam will be up momentarily. And our Mantis, our Manti, like, aren't even hurt. So they have to get in there and fight them, prevent them from using the med bay. But this all worked out for the best. We managed to take out their mind-controlled, and G managed to take out their weapons. The weapons that actually deal us harm. We got another virus who's manning the doors, believe it or not. How are you doing on shields, Caldwell? You're actually doing really well. That is crazy, but I'm putting the virus in there because he'll repair it super fast. Look at how much blue there is. Actually, no. Virus, you're going in there. Caldwell, get in there. I mean, Martin, you're gonna... Ah, dang. You're gonna stand in there too. I need to upgrade doors if I'm gonna do that, though. Sure, I'll put 1 point into it. It's 35 scrap, but it's well worth it. Oh, that's right. I need to teleport you guys back. Thanks for hanging out on there so long. Oh, man, a store? Can I... Oh, jeez. If I go to that quest, I'm gonna have to go all the way back through. Either way, I have to hit that store. They've got a missile, so defense drone. Okay, let's do it this way. I don't need that. We'll do defense drone 1. We will teleport here. No, we don't want to... What am I smoking? Oh, we're gonna mind control Mantis. We don't want to fight in the med bay. We want to keep them busy until our glaive beam is active. This was actually bad for us, very bad. Okay. This is actually slightly unfortunate. Virus, you're going to have to abandon the engines. Actually, go fight him. Go fight his dumb ass. He will not be able to defeat you. Oh! Oh! That sucks to be you. You died just standing there. What do you have to say for yourself? He actually is being healed, but because I've got 2... Oh, darn it. So this is going to be risky. This is going to be really risky. We are not winning, we are not winning, we are not winning. Leave. Flee! Is it really that important? No. None of the systems on their ship are that important. This is where I wish the cooldown was shorter. But now they fight. Are partially healed. We will win the next fight though because there's only one of them. And I think together... Actually, I'm just going to glaive beam it. Glaive beam, it's red. We teleport in. It's not being healed, and we wreck its face. Medbays are dangerous, and we get take no prisoners, because we will take no prisoners. We will just kill everything in our path. So I believe this is the quest we want. And we can ignore the other one. I might not go that way for that quest. I will end up backtracking through rebels, and it will not be pretty. They have a med bay. They don't have anything powered, actually. I thought they didn't have that power, but I guess they do. Luckily, our glaive beam is totally cool. You guys are wounded. My mantises are not. I will crush you. Apparently, our defense drone got shot down. That's stupidly unfortunate. And I think we'll be able to kill him. Oh man, frickin' Lido missiles, man. I hate you so much, game! Oh, I just threw my head back laughing. That's so obnoxious. Like, don't get me wrong. I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, that missile's gonna hit. That missile's gonna hit so hard. It's just silly and annoying. It's one hull damage. I can't actually complain about it. It's just... It's kind of like a face... It's just a facepalm moment. No, you're not supposed to be there. You go heal. You should both go heal. Everybody else is full. I know you guys are full because reconstructive teleport. You go to that room. So we actually have all 8 of our crew. So we either... Oh man, I wish Martin could get better at weapons faster. Because Virus is going to want to move around. You know, we're going to just try this. The glaive beam isn't all that important to me right now. Oh hell yes, I can go to an unexplored beacon. We're at 300 scrap. We'll dock the refueling. Alright, we locked our blast doors. We're hidden a shop with 300 scrap. Whatever we want is ours. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. So, I will do that. That's going to be expensive, but we can now use our flak as well. Let's improve our teleport. It'll give us a shorter cooldown, and that. And then, yeah, we'll just... We did a lot of improving in general. We still need power. We still need lots of power. Alright, so we got some fuel and some drone parts, and we basically got the same amount of scrap as if we had just done it. But we succeeded, so it's all cool. Upgrade reactor for scrap? Hell yes. Thank you. I appreciate this very much. So, to the next sector in Uncharted... Well, oh, dang it. The way I chose, we had to go through 2 nebulas. Okay. This could become dangerous, but overall it could be okay. We're gonna find out. I don't want to go to that store, because there's gonna be a weapon pre-igniter there, and I'm just gonna cry. We will prepare to chase them. Darn. They got away. I wanted to kill them. I wanted to do some murder. There won't be a next time. Open fire! Alright, so we've got 2 Mantises and an NG. The reason why we can see this is because we have a slug aboard our ship, which is really cool, actually. We can mind control one of the Mantises. And then we can We'll warp ourselves in. This is a little dangerous. They do have a good number of extra shots, but we are winning this fight. And they do not have a med bay. And if we double team them, we will certainly win. Our mind control lasts longer now because we've got extra power in it. That was unfortunate. Oh, shit. Sorry, Will. Darn it. I was hoping maybe I could do it, but they have 3 beams of shield. I've made a mistake. I've made a misjudgment. I've made a poor judgment. We've lost one of our fighters. That's very frustrating. Caldwell, you're too good at shields. Markel, you're too... darn it. Maybe I'll take one of the viruses. Well... Caldwell... You're becoming a fighter. You must learn the ways. I have made a grave error, and I have basically suffered the consequences of it. And it's unfortunately really bad. Okay, this could be risky. We're gonna search the record. We got some stuff, and we took some damage. I'm okay with taking stuff and damage. Do I have anything that I could actually sell? Oh, the titanium casing. Okay, so I'm actually going to hit this store. Because if they do have a weapon pre-igniter, which they don't, so I don't really care. Clone bay, if only. If only I'd had a clone bay. Is it worth getting a clone bay? I don't think so. I've survived this far without it. I can keep going without it. I do need to repower everything. 50 scrap, I'll take that bribe. To avoid combat, I'll take that bribe. Now, to hit this store, I will have to speed up the rebels chasing me. But that's okay. We will survive. I really am hoping for titanium. We don't need that. We wouldn't lose systems. It's not all that bad. Mantis pheromones aren't all that great either, but it's just kind of a meh sort of thing. Could be useful, but probably not. I don't know. They've got 3 rocks. We do need 3 shields against them. Let's keep our oxygen up. We're just gonna mind control 1 and then warp in. We've got reconstructed teleport, so I'm not all that worried. That is actually 2 shots. Darn. Oh, our shields are going up fast enough. They have a clone bay. They have a clone bay. Since we don't need sensors, you should totally be going in there. I'm trying to figure out the best way to handle this, since we don't actually have a method of attacking them. I think we just drop into the clone bay. Alright, so our pilot's a Mantis. We're going to close all our doors so that we don't drain any more atmosphere. So they're all really low. Oh, we've already damaged Clone Bay. We're just going to sit in here because he has no choice but to come at us. He will do so in time. And we will kill them all. I love how it takes just a fraction of a second for it to realize that we have in fact won. Alright, so how many more jumps do I think we got? Jump there. Okay, I think we can maximize this pretty well. Alright, let's get all our power into our systems. So that we can be ready for the next fight. They've got a defense drone. They have an overshield drone, which we need to prevent immediately. They have a medbay. That is the other issue here. I don't think we're winning this fight. So we're just going to do it like this. Only 2 of you can sit in there. Oh, that's unfortunate. So that's the other downside of this. So what we're going to have to do here is this. We're going to have the flak up as well. We're going to have to take this out. There's going to be a slight challenge. They do have enough shots, but they are no longer in sync. So between the flak 2 and the glaive beam, we should be able to take out their medbay, and then we just teleport into their medbay. Right, they have super shields, so we can't do that anymore. All we want to hit is that, and that's what's going to make it funny. Because that is 3 damage. That is some really nice damage, and that's why weapon pre-igniters would literally be the best thing that we could possibly have. Because with weapon pre-igniters, we'll be able to open up with that combo and do massive damage. Truly massive damage. The question is, can I teleport my people off when there are super shields on a ship? Because if I can't, I don't have to worry about it. If I can't, then things get ugly. Things get really ugly. So I've got 320 scrap again. I kind of lost track of how much scrap I have. We will convince them to make a better deal. So they're about to teleport onto our ship. Into our drone control, which is cool. I don't really care. We cannot mind control slugs, but we can mind control rocks. There's going to be no oxygen in there before you can do anything. And we are going to have to... I totally whiffed on the fact that there was flak. Luckily, enough mist that we are okay. He's trying to flee because he knows there's no oxygen. Alright, so we took some damage. I'm trying to take out the weapons here. Thank you for teleporting back. You saved us some time. I'm going to keep on the weapons here. Caldwell is improving his attacking. Okay, our backup battery went out. I'm going to take off mind control and put back on the power. Luckily, we aren't probably going to need it, as he dies. There are shortcut keys for all of these. I just need to learn them all. Alright, so we do not have any NGs that are not viruses, which I find actually rather entertaining, in all honesty. So let's have you fix this, and then you'll get a little healed. Markel, why don't you come in here and get healed since you were doing some combat while he fixes the drone stuff. Drone control. Shields. Pilot. I don't remember if I've saved everything, so I'm just going to save it again. We have so much scrap right now. Oh man. I don't know if I can hit there. Yeah, they'll jump to there. So I actually should be okay. I should be okay. We'll see. I might even be dumb and risk it anyway. I will sell 6 drone parts for 24 scrap. I don't think we'll use more than that. And yeah, I don't think we'll make more. We have 400 scrap. We have 400 scrap. That is absolutely stupid. I should not have this much scrap. We're going into a nebula. Another nebula. This means a lot of jumps, maybe a store that has weapon pre-igniters. I would take that so fast, it would be stupid. Well, I'd have to sell something first, so it wouldn't be as fast as I'd like. They don't have anything I want. They have nothing that I want. So we just ignore them. Just keep jumping. I should upgrade my ship. Hello. We're just gonna fight. That's 3 ion shots, 2 normal shots, and a drone. Alright, so we want as much evade as we can get. We don't want teleport. I don't trust the cooldown on that enough. So we'll switch to flak here. We'll pull one out of engines, put that into flak. We'll power this up. Who am I kidding? We're gonna glaive it. Glaive it. I'm actually trying to pull. We want to use our backup power on something that can be expendable. So if it disappears, we won't be feeling the effects too harshly, basically. I think the problem here with Martin and his learning of weapons is that our weapons don't fire very often. They're slow and powerful, right? That's the danger of them. Glaive beam, save me. So we have done some decent damage to them. We've lowered them down to 3 shots, which is good because that should be a Mark 1. And by the time they have that up and running, it won't be that big of an issue. I'm probably just going to hit the same stuff again, although I could hit shields. I'm going to hit the same stuff again. I should hit shields. Unfortunately, they are probably repairing. I'm going to have to go for this method next. It's going to take another 2 firings of the glaive beam. And hopefully they will not get their charge ion back. They have put out a second. That's dangerous, but luckily, they did it by sacking a shield? I'm very curious about the AI that just went down there. Alright, this will check if there's any stores down there, and that's what I want to see. Alright, let's get everything back to where it should be. We don't have power for that. Alright, we don't actually have a benefit of having one of those right now, so it's here. Oh, we don't need that, actually. So we'll sit here for now. They do have... They're trying to get into our backup battery. That's fine with me, I guess. We'll have you fight them. They have a lot of weapon fire. So if we teleport them, they'll actually be full healed, which is the awesome part. Should have waited. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. I fire this. We hopefully hit that. We don't need to, though. We hit that, and then we teleport in. Instantly, they're at a disadvantage. Why are you trying to hurt our backup battery, sir? They've ionized our backup battery, so, I mean, that's a thing. And they stunned it. They teleported him back, but they stunned him. We have 533 scrap. At this point, am I just seeing how much scrap I can get? Because that kind of seems to be what the plan is. There is a store. The game knows what I'm looking for. It does not want me to have it. It really just doesn't want me to have it. I could switch to a clone bay. I don't really care. So at this point, it is a bit annoying. I don't want to waste the time. I don't want to waste the time to jump through multiple stuff that I know isn't what I want. So I'm going to jump over here and try and hit as many things as I can. Because I'm looking, I think I have enough scrap to do some silly things. We have intruders. Why are there intruders? Oh, okay. So we'll just remind control that back. We effectively just need to wait for this whole thing to go away. We actually do have call, so I'm not going to be doing that. We'll just defend against lasers. And we will literally just wreck them. I actually don't want to fire that just yet. But I did. So we start in shields, hit 4 things. If I had played that a little bit smarter, we would have been okay. However, I did not, so we're just going to have to wait for the next flak shot. This should kill them. With 7 things flying at their ship, 2 of them better hit. That's all I have to say. Alright. And if it hadn't, the glaive beam still would have taken care of it. So we got 56... Oh my gosh. Well, we would have gotten that Lanius achievement, that's for sure. I'm just banking on scrap. Alright, so I actually don't want a hull beam. Like, I appreciate that he was offering to sell me one. I'm going to see every store here. It's going to be a thing. Repugnant, arm the weapons. Alright, so what do they got? At this point, I'm probably going to be boarding. I see a bomb. At this point. Yeah, gosh darn it. I absolutely hate that that's how that works, because he's just going to wander somewhere now. I don't know where he's going to just hang out is the problem. Where are you going? You go and hang out in the oxygen room, and that actually really bugs me. Because that's not where you want people. I don't want him in my oxygen room. That's the last thing I want him to attack. We're doing okay in terms of shields. So, do they, or do they not have a med bay? They do. And then they don't. Right, so we're going to take our 2 power here. I actually will need some more power, unfortunately. At this point, I can take care of it from the inside. They will just sit there and prevent the medbay from doing anything. I could mind control one, but honestly, it's not worth the time. Because basically, at that point, all we're doing is just avoiding. Okay. 700 scrap. Let's return you guys. Luckily, they get to fully heal. We'll just let the virus here heal up. And there we go. Everybody return to stations. So no store over here. So we jump here, and if we see a store, we see a store. That's basically how this is going to go. So we have everything. So we might as well power everything. Well, we don't need this. So we might as well power this. And that right there is why I don't like defense drone 2s. That's pretty much the epitome of what just happened. There were lasers to shoot at, so I shot at the lasers, not the missiles, when the missiles are the danger. And granted, the drone has no way of knowing when various things will come at it, but I feel like that should be part of its knowledge. The defense drone 2, I don't know. We can see when missiles are coming. And it doesn't... Okay. Your logic astounds me, game. And that's okay, because I'm about to wreck you. That's the glaive beam. Just right there. I am glaive beam, hear me roar. There is no store. So, unfortunately, I don't know. If there's no store, I really don't care. Oh, I haven't been repairing my teleporter, so... So I'm going to move our... Oh, that's 5 shields. Okay. Well, first of all... Let's not even bother. Just mind control him. And apparently open up the oxygen room to the cold and bitter outside air. Honestly, I should just defense drone to this. It will make sure that I don't have any damage on me. They have a clone bay that I'm going to have to take care of before I teleport. Luckily that missed. So, flak. We're going to shoot the flak over at weapons. If some extra stuff lands, some extra stuff lands. And then we'll just do that. And then we teleport into the clone bay. There's pretty much nothing they can do at this point. Let's close all our doors. Literally took out just enough. Kill the one going for shields. And we're going to have succinctly wrapped up this fight. 854. At this point, I'm also just partially looking to clear 1,000 for shits and giggles. I don't think I will succeed, mostly because this is the last sector. I'm actually really hoping for a store, to see a store in the last sector. It would literally make my day, although I'm sure that... Yeah, there isn't one. Alright, so, no weapon pre-igniter. C'est la vie. It happens. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So, it's time to upgrade our ship. We'll max that out. Great. Extra power, we're gonna need it. We don't need any more weapon power, but we could use it for buffer. We'll see. I think we need that cooldown, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teleporting them into the missile room and whatnot. Mind control, it'd be nice to have more power on that, but I'm looking for maybe systems that need buffer. We want that. We're never going to get invaded, really. I mean, yes, we are. We're going to get hit by drones in the second sector. I probably have to switch out Caldwell. I need the weapon, improved weapon time. We have 594 scrap left. I mean, like, seriously, we're gonna add buffer to all these and not care. I mean, like, really, this is pretty shenanigans where it is right now, the amount of scrap we've got going on. Should I get new doors? You know, let's do it. It'll give me an excuse to pull Caldwell. It's not Caldwell. Caldwell's on shields. Who am I talking about? I think it's Martin. Yeah, Martin. Martin and his bad shielding. Let's get that. Just in case shit happens to piling, we will have an 80% auto evade. Great. Not all that worried on weapons, but let's hold off. Let's see if we can make weapons what we have as our alternate. Oh, that's right. Caldwell moved because of that. So what we really need... I'm not as worried about shields as I am about that. So let's actually get you in here. We won't lose any exchange. Yeah, you have no training on shields, whatever. Shields coming down barely in the nick of time and all that is going to be probably not what kills us or makes or breaks us. Probably. Could be wrong. So, repair and base. I suppose there actually could be a shop between here and now and we just wouldn't see it. Unsure. We'll find out. Okay, that is an ugly amount of crap that's going to be coming at us. So, we're going to mind control. What we're going to do is we're going to put 1 in there, 2 in there. We're going to put in that. And we're going to put... We'll do it like that. How about that? We actually are going to need... Alright, they've sent 2 guys over. I'm not fun about that, but that's going to drain pretty fast. Let's send 2 guys in, and let's mind control 1. So So they are going to fight this. They are going to fight this. We are winning. That's good. We're just going to kill people now. Close all our doors. Let the oxygen recover. They're trying to fight us here. And we're just going to crush them. Did we just defeat 5 crew? We did! Avast ye scurvy dogs! We've killed ye! Sweet. Alright, and we actually get a crew who's good at engine, so we can put this virus back in shields. And since we don't really need sensors, we can put Martin in there. So we still are utilizing his power, his Zoltan power. And yeah, that was actually probably the best way that could have gone down. We managed to get the B layout. I don't think we'll do that. I don't know exactly how we do that. It's going to be a couple jumps before it gets there, so we'll hit up the repair. That way we're max health. If we look, yeah, that repair actually just got taken over. So we don't really have much of a chance to. There's no way we'll be able to jump out and back. Oh man, would you guys stop having so much cool stuff? Alright, so once again, we're going to throw in the backup battery. I like to use power that will get wrapped up. Sure, we'll defend from some lasers. Power that's going to get wrapped up and disappear, I like putting that in these systems. So we're going to use that on you. Actually, let's wait, because they're about to send people over. And they're about to regret that decision. We have frickin' super doors. Look at those things. 4 levels of doors. I pity the fool. Like, really, I do. Alright. Go get him. So we're just gonna crush him, even though he's being healed. He is falling. Okay, our defense, 1 drone got taken out, which is unfortunate. We're basically just waiting for him to realize that he's an idiot, and oh man, that was unfortunate. Hopefully that... Okay, he's good. We're taking out their weapons. Alright, we almost don't need a pilot anymore. And they fall. 96 scrap. That is some beautiful scrap, let's be honest. It's a lot of scrap. It's a lot of scrap. It's scrap we don't even need. We could have easily cleared 100. I think we would have had some trouble in these fights if we hadn't dumped it all into our systems right there. But we're looking pretty darn good with this Mantis jump right here. And honestly, I don't know if there can be a shop. I don't know. Like, if it's possible, then hell yes, I really want there to be, but at this point, I don't think it's a possibility. Weapon pre-igniter would just make things simpler. We're just gonna wait. It's coming to us. So, what does it hack? Our teleport. That's actually really bad. Although, I wonder how bad it would really be. Alright, so we're going to mind control him. And that's currently being hacked. Really? They just sent him over here? Like, what the hell? Okay, we are going to have to do this. Let's see where we're pulling it out of. We do not need that medbay power at all right now. That was good. He's gonna slowly die. They're gonna hack it to pull you out, but if we can kill you, we can do some stupid stuff. That's really bad, actually. We'll just drain that. So they hacked. They actually do get healed to full. That's exactly what I was hoping we could do. We've taken out their missiles, which is exactly what we wanted. Let's close all the doors. Let's mind control one of you guys. It's not really all that great for us in terms of... Sorry, I'm getting caught up. It's not all that great for us to be killing them. We don't really want the AI to take over the ship. I'd really like to leave just one. But, as it stands, that just kind of happens to be how things are going. I'm waiting for the glaive beam to come up. It'll be up by the time this lands. And... very, very succinct part 1 fight. 29 scrap. I didn't even pump that scrap in that we got. Jesus. Uber sensors, protection on our weapons, protection on our drones. That's nuts. That's awesome, but that's nuts. Alright, I think everybody's ready. Is anybody hurt? It appears not. Alright, so, I just kind of vote we wait. Because it's just going to come right back to us. Now, we're going to have to deal with the drones. And I'm unsure the best method of that. So, we've got a few options here. I could just pop... I think I'm going to pop Caldwell out of the room here. And send somebody there. I'm going to mind control him. I don't know why. Just do something silly. We're going to pop him back in the room. Knew that was probably going to happen. Go Schultz. Oh my gosh. How did I miss his name was Schultz? I see nothing! Alright, this is going to be a problem. I actually do need to do this. We need to get that defense stuff up. Get some more dodge, maybe. This is going to be really bad for us. This is up, so we're sending you there. Our engine is going to get really severely hurt by this. You need to get to the medbay. Get to the medbay. I can't afford to lose anybody. I cannot. So our dodge chance is going way, way down. So what we're gonna do... Okay, that's 12 damage, if it all hits. That's 10, so we'll still be okay. So, their drone's not gonna hurt our engine anymore, which is really important. They've destroyed our defense drones, one of them. Okay, we destroyed the missiles. That was bad. We're pulling you back. You're not needed there anymore. I cannot end this ship. I cannot end this ship until... Not enough power. Alright, we're out of power there. We're gonna have to fix this. We don't have any defense drones. We don't need any defense drones. Alright, we can end this right now. Yes, before that power surge kicked in, we managed to end it. So now, our biggest problem here, and I mean our biggest problem... Really? Why are you just hovering right there? Oh, we need to fix that. Virus. Why don't you... And then you fix that. Go heal. Now that you fix the breach... After you've healed, we'll return everybody to where they belong. Our biggest problem is the Flak 2 and the Glaive Beam are going to take a decently long time to get through that shield. That's the problem. And I forgot to save the new stuff. Martin, you're not doing that. Virus, one of the viruses is in there, one of the viruses is in there. Schultz, you're in the engine room. Virus. So that's our biggest problem. Is that it's going to take us a long time to get through that shield. A very long time. Until that time, however, we will have more likely more than enough power to deal with it. take 1 off of dodge, we can properly defend everything. We can properly... we should really just jump after it, but I don't care. We're either going to win the fight or lose the fight. So, okay, I do actually have to have 1 in mind control to prevent that. Because that's annoying. Luckily that missed. I'm just gonna immediately fire. Intruders. Alright, we have to hit as much as we possibly can because I don't actually know how it scales these. I think the most we can hit is 3. I think they've managed to lay that out. So at the next flak, should... we got hit once. That's actually rather impressive. Alright. This I don't care about. Yeah, they're gonna take some damage. Are you guys really having that much trouble? Okay, out. Oh boy. Alright, so that was really bad, really dangerous. I totally forgot that I missed that our pilot is doing bad things. Stop doing that. We have to power that. You guys will heal up hella fast. We're gonna send a flak in. Alright. We've done some good damage. We're getting a power surge. We can't really do much against this right now. Our drone control got hit, but that is exactly why we had the buffer in it. That's the whole point of the buffer, is to prevent things from being too crazy. Alright, once again, mind control stop, getting mind control. We're about to have a power surge. So we will now have disabled their missiles, which will make our lives infinitely easier. That did hurt quite a bit. You guys need to go fix that. I don't know why you ended up on that, but that's probably part of our problem. We do need our weapons. We don't need our shields recharging quite as fast. We don't need the med bay anymore, so let's get that 4th thing of shields up. That probably cost us a little bit. They're fixing the teleporter. I will send the virus in a moment. Our flak, we're gonna win. In fact, I'm just gonna fire the flak. We win. We've unlocked the Slug Cruiser and the B layout for the Mantis. That was actually really awesome. Vincent, Markel, Caldwell, Martin, Virus, Jax, Virus, and Schultz. I see nothing! Only people who have seen Hogan's Heroes will understand that one. But anyway, that was a fun run. It went really well. We got an epic crap ton of scrap just sitting there. 4,201. That is definitely one of my best scores. Yes. Definitely. The Gila monster just... Oh, man. That was a lot of fun. Most combat kills goes to Vincent. Scrap collected did not actually clear... Oh, sorry. Yes, most scrap collected. Most beacons explored, and the most crew hired. We actually set 3 of the 4 general session records. That is impressive. That's really cool, and I'm not entirely surprised. But man, that was some intense run. Whew. So let's actually head to the hangar. I would like to take a look at our B layout. B layout, a little bit more square. That's the first thing I think of. We have exactly 0 weapons, but we've got boarding drones and defense drones. And we do have a teleporter. A 4-man teleporter room. Those are not that common. And also, just imagine the damage you could do with a 4-man teleport. When you gotta deal with 4-man teleports, it's one of the most obnoxious things ever. It is. When you've got 4 guys on your ship, all of a sudden, yeah, you can do the whole airlock thing and try and get them, but usually they come in and split across 2 rooms, and oh, it's bad. But overall, that was a really fun run. It was pretty cool. We will probably be playing the slug ship next. This is another kill all humans, well, kill all enemies type ship. Got an anti-bio beam, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that. But until that time, if you enjoyed what you saw, like, favorite the video, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot, and it lets me know that the people who are interested in seeing my work are in fact getting to see it. So, I will see you guys next time.